I'm going to get a bracelet. This is a Rakhi. See mine, the red? Well, that was from my husband. There's the Rakhi. And originally in the Hindu tradition, it signified the love between a brother and a sister. And the sister would tie a Rakhi on her brother, signifying her willingness to be the big sister to protect him and love him. And he in turn would tie one on her. Here at the Brahma Kumaris, we lift it up a notch. And this reminds me all the time whom I am indebted to, whom I'm married to, whom I has brought me here to talk to you tonight. And this is the love between me and, affectionately, we call God here Baba. Baba. So I welcome you to a very special evening. And actually, Rakhi, we call it Rakhi. Rakhi for short is Raksha Bandhan, is celebrated on Saturday, I believe, August 9th. Yeah, but we're going to do it tonight for all of you. And it's a very special celebration. And I love that I wear this until I wear it in the shower. I wear it everywhere. And someone just showed me a necklace that they made to cut the ribbon and wear it around their neck all the time. So it's a constant reminder. It's a beautiful thing. And tonight we've invited a special guest from Manhattan. Sister Rona is coordinator of the Manhattan activities, if I can use that title. And she happens to be one of my very first, not official teacher, but I learned a lot from Sister Rona almost 10 years ago when I was a new student here. And she sat down with me very patiently. Remember that day in the cafeteria? And explained to me things that I wasn't ready to understand yet. And I will always have her in my heart. And she has moved over to Manhattan in recent years, but we're happy to have her here this evening to present you with your office. Okay, so Sister Rona, I'll tell you a little bit about her. She was born in the Netherlands to Indonesian parents. She has a deep interest in the connection between inner awareness and the material world, which is what we talk about every week. She really walks the walk beautifully. And how relationships shape human interaction, of course, bringing it into who we really are. I am a soul, not a body. Okay, she has been with a student of the Brahma Kumaris for over 30 years and is presently based in Manhattan. And without further ado, we have a long program tonight. We're going to get you all up here and give you what you're supposed to get, Toli, blessing, and a Rakhi. Good evening, Sister Rona. Welcome. And wait, we have to welcome you properly. So thank you so much for coming to us this evening.
Good evening and welcome. I have been welcomed, but I always feel a special feeling when when I visit other places and I see new faces. Before we start, maybe we can start with a minute of silence. We had meditation, but just silence. And in that silence, reflect on this word, love. What does it truly mean for you? Thank you. A four-letter word, but a very big word. Love. Every song, every movie, every book, many, many, many conversations deal with this topic, love. And many people long for love. It is the motivating factor behind many actions to give love or to receive love. But still, we seem to long even more. Over the ages, this has been happening, but we still haven't found a clue, apparently. We still have more people searching, people needy. We have more relationships, breakups than ever in human history, more it's called divorces than ever before. So something apparently seems to be missing. Something maybe we are overlooking. And I haven't even talked of the dysfunctional relationships. The relationship doesn't break up, but is dysfunctional, or there is some abuse or violence going on in relationships. And that hurts our heart even further. And that leaves us longing even more for love. So, is there something that we are overlooking? Is there something that we may be not grasping? Is there something that we maybe even identifying wrongly? Maybe even the word love. Do we truly understand what it truly, really means? And what are the seeds for the experience of love? These are some of the things that would be useful for us to reflect on and to truly be able and to be opening up myself to experience a deeper kind of love and maybe even a higher kind of love. And to give an example, there is a fictional example. There's boy who comes to study, comes to New York City. Not fully fictional, but I've added a little bit extra spices to it. This boy, he's from the Midwest, and he comes to study in NYU, engineering, and he's excited, new life, new city, new time in his life, new people, very happy. And a girl comes, and she's also from the South. She comes to study art. And she also excited, and she's very creative internally, and she's happy to be in New York City, new things, new people, new inspiration. And so one way that she expresses her creativity is she paints her hair pink. Likes to play with colors. And the boy, they are on the same campus. And her pink hair doesn't disturb him at all. No problem. A week later, she paints her hair purple with white polka dots. And he is amused by it. Doesn't disturb him, is amused. Interesting. So after a year, they get to know each other. And after a year, they are boyfriend and girlfriend. And 2 more years, and they are married. And now, no, it's okay. I don't need. No, it's just and he is invited, he gets his first job, and he's invited to a dinner with his boss and colleagues. So kind of an introduction dinner with the company that he will start working with. And it's a bit formal, his suit and tie, and they can bring their partners. And so she thinks, I will give him a surprise. So she shaves her head bald half and yellow stripes on the other side. And she comes home and she says, okay, let's go. I'm ready. Will he still be finding it amused and creative? Why not? 4 years before, he found it cute and creative and interesting. Why not now? What has happened? Society? Society has happened. But they are married. It's him and her. What has happened? Go ahead. Yeah, also the. But you understand the example, no? A simple example. I little bit add some spices, but it's not on.
Okay. Oh, there we are. Um, from what I take of it is that this person that loved this person and accepted them for who they are is now being, his thoughts are being shaped by other people. And that I mean, I would just, I feel that's kind of disingenuous. I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
explaining it right, but he's allowing other people to kind of shade his perception.
Perception. Very good. But also relatable, no? This could have happened to any one of us. Anyone else? What has happened? They love.
So, in essence, what comes is that is not true love, because true love would accept the individual wherever, whatever that soul does.
But he might lose his not
Right.
even yet fully claimed
Yes.
job.
Right. But there's something greater than that.
And that will also affect her
Yes.
ultimately.
Yes,
Yeah?
absolutely.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
I learned an expression a long time ago that you marry someone for their uniqueness and how different they are from you, and then you learn to hate them for it. So you can translate that, but somehow it rings true in the human heart. And that was my first marriage. And the second one is 43 years old. So.
So we don't doubt that there is love. Huh? We don't doubt that she loves him and he loves her, and much of what they do is out of that love. Huh? And she dress up because she thought, let me show my best. But with that love, what also grows over time is expectations. And sometimes those expectations overtake the love that was there. And that is what creates a lot of complications and conflict and hurt. So when they just started studying, they were free. However she behaves, it doesn't affect his mood. However he behaves, it doesn't affect her mood. They're happy and peaceful. Year later, still, they're happy and peaceful, and now happy and peaceful and playful together. But over time, certain expectations grow, certain desires grow, and we allow that to happen. And that spoils the beauty, or it can spoil the beauty of the love that is there. And so the relationship, instead of being free and beautiful and loving and peaceful, it can become a bondage. Because if I have expectations, then now you are in charge to fulfill that expectation. And if you don't fulfill that expectation, I am sad, I am hurt, or I get angry, and vice versa. Now, this type of interaction actually is a form of a bondage or a jail. Now, the other person is in charge of my peace. The other person is in charge of my happiness. The other person is in charge of my feeling of contentment. And they did not necessarily ask to be in charge. I have given that power away through my expectations. And in present day society, we have confused love with right to create expectations. We have confused love with right to create desires of how you should be, how you have to be, what you have to say, what you have to do, how you have to behave. And we don't say it necessarily like that, but it is underneath going on all the time. And more so if we ourselves are empty. If we have a deeper need unaddressed within us, we depend on the other to fulfill that. We expect the other to fulfill that, because with the phrase, I love you, comes, you have to do what I want. You have to make me happy. This is not truly love. This is bondage. And this is why people say, I love you, and love you, I love you, and mean it to the depth of their core. But after 1 year, it can be something very different, and even something very ugly. And so there is something that we are missing in this dynamic. There is something that we are missing in our whole understanding and acting and living the experience of love. One more example, and then we go a bit more into the next phase. One time we were in a exhibition, a fair for health and beauty, a health and beauty fair. And they had invited the Brahma Kumaris for a stand of meditation. So many people come by the stand and think, what does meditation have to do with beauty and health? So you have to explain the inner world. And there was one lady who had not ever heard of meditation. So she was a long time at the booth, asking questions and very interested. And at some stage, she says to us, the two of us were there, she says, now I understand. So I can find a husband here. If I come and learn meditation, I can find a good husband here. So we start smiling. And she doesn't give us chance to answer. She says, and he has to be like this, and he has to be like that, and he has to be like this, and does he have that, and he will have that, and he will be like that, and does like that. Whole list. So I asked her, are you like that? And she said, of course not. That is why I want someone like that. And it taught me something deep. This is our mindset of love. At present, we are in a beggar mode and we are looking for someone to fulfill the needs of the beggar. One thing, have you ever seen a beggar stop begging after you give him something? They don't, and no, they just put away and again. And so that beggar mode is actually very detrimental for love. True love cannot be even received if I am in a beggar mode. And this lady said, no, of course not. That is why I'm looking for that. She's looking for someone to fulfill her inner needs and things. That is what is love. First of all, no one has been born to fulfill my needs. They are born for themselves and they have their own journey to live. But if I am there expecting, desiring, needing, wanting, and calling it love, I will be hurt deeply. And we not only do this with our life's partners, we do this with friends, we do this with colleagues, we do this with children, we do this with family. We can be in this mode with everyone. And so your heart is hurt every day, many times. Now, what to do with this broken heart? We call it broken heart. What to do with this broken heart? Because to live with a broken heart is not very pleasant. And if that heart gets broken again and again and again every day, very painful to live like that. We don't have to. We don't have to. And this is why I feel the spirituality is such a beautiful and elegant gift to humanity, to society. And what the Brahma Kumaris offer, a system of understanding and practices to heal your heart and to get to know yourself and see the beauty of yourself again. And to come out of that beggar mode. Now, first of all, to begin to recognize the beauty of who you are as a being, as a spiritual being. Not just the human personality and the human form, but the being that you are, the being of consciousness who is made of light, who is innately a being of peace and love. To begin to discover and to re-experience that again. And then to discover that there is one who is never needy. You know anyone who is never ever complains? You know anyone like that? No? Never ever complains. Never ever any desire to take. Zero sorrow. And someone who is never in a bad mood. What a relief. If you have someone who is never in a bad mood. Someone who is never peaceless. Someone who is never accusing or demanding or expecting, but always giving. There is someone like that. That is the one who is remembered as God. That is the one who is remembered as the Supreme Soul by many, many names. But we need to learn the art to become receptive again, to experience the presence of the Supreme. But if we have blocked our heart, if we have blocked our mind, if we are not on that wavelength, that's how you say it? Yeah, wavelength. it is difficult to experience that and to learn again to drop your own limited beliefs of yourself, to learn to let go of the ego and the false identities that we carry, and to just be again naked. Naked means bodiless soul. This is a beautiful word, a human being. No, we're all human beings. I hope we call ourselves human beings. So human is the physical, the human personality, the things around, the people around. That is the human part. But the being, the inner being, the soul, the being of consciousness, the one who uses the eyes to see, the one who uses the ears to hear, the one who uses this mouth to speak. These ideas that are spoken do not belong to this mouth. They are the being using the mouth to express and to share. That being is the real you. And to come back to that origin, to come back to the essence of understanding yourself as a being of consciousness who transcends the limits of this body. This body has a beginning and this body has a expiry date. No? I may not know the date, but it has an expiry date. But the being of consciousness transcends, was there before this body took shape, and the being, the real self, will continue after this body perishes. The soul. And more I let go of these false beliefs, these limiting beliefs that I am a mere mortal. They say like that, no? Mere mortal. When I let go of the beliefs that my value depends on the physical appearance or the position or the possession or the people that I know or have around me, that does not define the beauty and the greatness and the importance and the value of the being that I am. And when I learn to shift that awareness, shift that consciousness from I am a female, I am from the Netherlands, I am a doctor, this is my skin color, this is my culture. Those are all limiting factors. When I learn to shift it to the awareness that this is the vehicle, but the real self is a being who is innately divine, child of the Supreme, invisible to the human eye, but very real, the invisible experiencer. That is who you truly are. And this is just a vehicle temporarily to experience the variety of life's experiences. But the real you is the soul. And more we shift in that awareness, it becomes almost, how to say, natural, obvious, the presence, existence of the Supreme, one who is always soul conscious, one who is always in the awareness that you are a beautiful being of light, child of God. And your peace or your, what is the word, your greatness, your beauty doesn't depend on the beauty of the body. Your importance doesn't depend on the amount of position or possession you have. It is connected with the divinity that is innately yours. But we haven't been in touch with that for a long time. And spirituality, meditation is about recognizing again the essence of who we are and allowing that to emerge and to bring that again into our daily interactions, actions. Never a beggar again when we are aware of that. And to hold that awareness, to make that soul conscious awareness strong, it helps to have the company of one who is always so conscious. To have the company, to experience the presence, to experience that mental companionship with someone who's like an ocean of peace, an ocean of light, an ocean of wisdom, an ocean of purity, an ocean of love, who never is needy, always giving, the Supreme Soul, God. And in that company, your own higher nature just gets reinforced and stronger and stronger and stronger. The only disadvantage of this is, what is the disadvantage of this? There's no disadvantage. That's good. It goes against modern medical American mentality, worldwide mentality. Somebody else has to do it for me, and I don't have time. Nobody can do this for you, and you have to dedicate time. Because to shift my attention away from the external, even to shift my sense of self-awareness away from the body and the bodily sensations, and to become aware of the self as this invisible experiencer, this invisible player, this invisible observer of life. That in itself, it requires reflection and practice. One nice word that I personally like is, I am a guest in this body. I am a guest in this physical world. And so to dedicate time and to not depend on whether others agree or not agree, whether others want or not want, or whether others do or not do. You dedicate time. And more you come in that frequency, you will start picking up the frequency and the presence of God. And that is like such a relief when you drop the ego and experience your own egolessness, but you experience one who is egoless and who can love unconditionally. Love without expectations, love without neediness, love just because you are beautiful. And again, nobody can do this for you. You have to open your own heart. And then your heart can heal again. And then you can have interactions with others without these huge expectations and without these huge needs and desires. And if I don't have expectations, or my expectations are lower, what will happen? I will be peaceful. Very good. I will be peaceful. And I won't have, or much less, disappointment. And it is disappointment that drains us and makes us lose all hope. But it's nobody's fault. It's just I have created unrealistic expectations instead of addressing the beauty and the truth that is already there within me and that is accessible. If I link my mind, if I link my awareness with God. In Raksha Bandhan, literally the words means the bond of protection. Now, and Louise has already beautifully explained, it is a tradition in Hindu culture between brother and sister. But here we make it more spiritual. It also includes originally a taking of a vow, no, or a promise. I make a certain promise. And so if I promise to align my actions and my thoughts and my words with benevolence and with, what is the word, harmony, then it will invoke protection. So if the one person promises to have virtuous behavior, then the other promises, I will protect your honor and I will protect you so that those virtuous actions can be more, that you can manifest that, and vice versa. So in this celebration of Raksha Bandhan, we can use that power of a promise, the power of a vow. And then there is help and protection from God. If I take the vow to drop some form of negativity, or maybe even all negativity, you're invoking the forces of benevolence and goodness. And you're invoking God's company and God's presence. Because where there is goodness, where there is purity, the Supreme cannot be absent. But if I have all kinds of turmoil in my head and mischievous and cruelty, who am I invoking? More demons. More demons. And demons are not some person out there. Demons is just our own lower nature, our own lower tendencies. So more I allow those lower tendencies to act, I'm inviting more of them. And demons, what is their specialty? Sorrow, yeah. Sorrow, sorrow, sorrow. I'm invoking sorrow. And so let us, with this Raksha Bandhan, one way that you can I visualize it for myself. There are two parts within us. There is the angel and there is the the little devil or the demon. Soul consciousness and body consciousness. No, and this little devil is sometimes not so little. And sometimes so big that he suppresses the angel. The good news is that the angel is innate. That is the real you. This demon has grown out of ignorance, is acquired, is like a tumor in the soul, illness in the soul. But it is big. we can make it strong. What is it? We can make it shrink. You have to give it some radiotherapy and chemotherapy. You know what is chemotherapy for this demon? Spiritual knowledge and meditation and the company of God. This demon can't handle light. And more the demon comes down, the angel can live. Simplified, but it helps me. So with Raksha Bandhan, make a vow to yourself, make a promise to God to get rid of this demon and to allow the angel to grow. And more you do that, you will be free, your heart will be free. But everyone else will also benefit from your presence. The demon is an eternal beggar. The angel is an eternal giver. But we have to consciously choose, because the default at this present time is that body consciousness. So we have to consciously, and we have created a society worldwide that stimulates the demon. So we have to consciously practice and study and take company of like-minded people and the company of God to create an environment in which the angel can thrive again. Yeah. So shall we make that promise? And just identify in yourself one area, make it very practical. I won't tell any lies anymore, also not white lies. Because white lies also feed the demon. It's just an example. You know your own journey and make that promise for yourself while we're tying the Rakhi. Yeah. So there is a little ceremony, I think. Traditionally, we use the right hand. Oh, very good. Very nice. Yeah. Whatever you feel comfortable is fine, but traditionally for the Rakhi, we use the right hand. Will you explain or how?
No, I was just going to ask you to explain, but
Okay.
before that, I just have one announcement
Yeah.
before we start. There are courses in Hindi and English starting for August. If you want to read the dates on the back bulletin board and you want to take the course, we're offering, okay?
To
Yeah,
learn to meditate and to learn more about this spiritual knowledge, there is a 7 days course that you can do to dive deeper in this, the understandings of the Brahma Kumaris. So that is what she's.
right. And you'll explain
The
ranking
Rakhi.
and the
Okay,
Rakhi.
can I have maybe a Rakhi? So the Rakhi or the bracelet, it has a little symbol in the middle. Luis was already showing. And it is this image. Yeah, very beautiful. You will see when it is on your wrist, but in the middle, it is the point of light. It symbolizes the point of light. So it symbolizes the soul, but it also symbolizes the supreme soul. And so this bond is like the bond between you, the soul, and God. And so when you come, you put the hand, whichever you feel comfortable with, and it will be tied on your wrist. And if you feel comfortable, a very beautiful tradition in the Brahma Kumaris is to not just practice soul consciousness, but to also live and act in that awareness. But also the feelings and the vibrations in the mind, they get communicated through the eyes. And so I know we live in a world of noise, but there is a communication that is silent. And soul to soul communication can happen through the eyes. And if you remember the Supreme Soul, that power becomes visible and felt through the eyes. So the one sitting here will be remembering God, Baba. I think some of you know Baba is just another word for dad, father. And so you remember also, I'm a soul light connected to the Supreme Light, child of the Supreme. And just to share that feeling, those vibrations through the eyes. It's called drishti, soul conscious vision. If you feel comfortable, nothing to force, but whilst we're tying the Rakhi, you can try and share the love and the peace of soul to soul. And Sister Anjani will, there will also be a tilak, that is a dot of sandalwood. It will be sandalwood paste, which is also a symbol of the soul. And we do that traditionally also to remind us, yes, I'm a soul. Or when you see someone, you are remembering they are also soul. And you will get a toli, some sweet that is made in the remembrance of God, practicing soul consciousness in silence. So that is the main ingredient from that sweet. And you will get a blessing, a thought, or some wisdom specifically for you.
Yeah. So we'll go up one at a time, no line, and maybe we'll do it row by row.
Fine, yeah.
And I'll guide you, don't worry. And do everything she said up there and receive all the gifts, okay? Any questions, anyone? Yes. She will knot it on you. Toes you. Yeah. So you can keep your shoes on and just go right in front of Sister Rona. Doesn't matter. It's okay. Well, I know. Want me?
I watch the sunrise like a fire. asking the same old questions, facing the same stuff, wondering when it's all gonna leave us alone. And here we go again, denying we ever knew the truth, or blame is a disease that separates you from love. And when you're down and formless as a cloud, drifting out to sea, stay with the deep, stay with the deep, stay with the deepest part of you. Here we go again, remembering why we're here, aching in the soul, and finding a place to rest our head. And here it comes again, denying we ever felt a thing. Oh, life is a disease that separates you from God. And when you're down and formless as a cloud, drifting out to sea, stay with the deep, stay with the deep. When you're down and formless as a cloud, trying to be free, stay with the deep, stay with the deep, stay with the deepest part of you. the power to fly within no longer dwells. Hungry for love, the shadow cast is dark, as the burning light inside the self has lost its spark. The form of destroyers from within changes us from spirit into skin. The face in the mirror has no
Anyone else sitting here?
crowns.
Thank you. Anyone else sitting here who did not? They're up.
Love deceived has lost its
And I hate to break this silent
sight.
meditation, but I just want to announce that the 7-day course is being given in 5 days, because you're so bright. And it begins Monday, 7 to 8. If you're interested, and there are flyers. Excuse me? 6:30 to 7:30. In person. No Zoom. What? Oh, did you get that? And at 7 is Zoom? Okay, read the flyer. It's much more correct than I am. Excuse me. It's next week every day, midweek. Right. The flyer says, okay. And this lovely angel is Sister Anjani, whom most of you know, keeps me from telling false things regularly. Thank you, Sister Anjani. That I got right. Okay. Read the flyer. Depends on whether you're on Zoom or here in person. And I highly recommend coming in person if you can. Would you honor us with a meditative commentary? Thank you, Lynn. Thank you for a beautiful, beautiful Rakhi.
So let us take a few minutes. Allow the body to be comfortable. And just withdraw your attention from the external and the things that have been happening. And just come back to self, the inner being. The one who is sitting behind the eyes, using the eyes as windows. The one who is experiencing the body and the bodily sensations. The inner being, the real I, invisible to the human eye, but very real. And just allow the mind to grasp this awareness of self as a being of light, like a tiny star, radiating from the center of the forehead behind the eyes. Pure, peaceful, living light. Free. Innocent. Being of light. Child of God. Just hold this awareness and cherish this understanding of my eternal bond, eternal connection with the Supreme. The mother, the father, the friend of the soul. And as we continue on the journey, remind yourself of this again and again and again. Give yourself this inner environment of love. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, beautiful Sister Rona. And you may eat your apple, but you're going home with a constant reminder of this beautiful evening. Thank you. Om Shanti, everybody. Happy Rakhi.